Well, here, put this in your mind. You have to come up with your Indian name.
Oh God!
So that'll help. That'll take your mind.
Oh, I can be Baba Ganoush.
That's not Indian, dude.
That's definitely not Indian.
Baba Ganoush is definitely Indian.
It is not Indian.
Hello, I'm Baba Ganoush. Thank you very much.
That is not Indian by any means.
No.
It's Greek.
Baba Ganoush is it's a food.
And it's Greek.
It's not. It's not.
Look, it's dark skinned and it's hairy. I don't give a fuck.
Oh.
Let me have my Baba Ganoush.
I'm kind of toying around with, Chief Thunder Booty Clap.
Okay.
All right, Wayne. What's your Indian name?
I guess it would be runs with assholes.
Wait. Why would it be rums with assholes? That makes us
assholes.
Oh, why would your asshole have the runs?
No. It's because of everybody else I'm with.
Little running assholes.
Oh, that's mean to say about Caitlin. So, welcome to the MHOG podcast. I'm your host, Bubba Ganoush. Thank you for coming.
Ganoush.
No, you're not. You're not Bubba Ganoush.
All right, I'm going to count it off. Here we go. And 3, 2.
Freaks to the metal hand of God. Metal hand of God. I'd like to welcome all you freaks to the metal hand of God. With some nerves with the urge to purge on some mind. Show him the dick print and hit him with the rod. The love doctor tell you how to get the Ichabod. Crane, Admiral, Colin Wayne. How do they maintain when they clinically insane? You keep it so loud that we speaking your refrain. Got a story, got a point if you let him explain. Here's the pun of all puns, get a plan with Papa Wayne. Rum tapping the vein and I'm minutes bringing pain. MHOG secreting, leaving a stain. You ain't as dope as us, bitch. Stay in your lane.
And welcome back to the Metal Hand of God podcast. I am your host, Wade, and my two Indian brothers are...
Baba Ganoush, thank you very much.
It's not Baba Ganoush. It's not Indian, dude.
That
I
is
am
my
Chief
name.
Booty Clap. Or the Rum Guy.
I thought it was Thunderclap.
Whatever.
Clap.
Thunder,
I clap.
thunder, thunder,
If you're happy and you know it. Booty Clap.
Oh, God.
If you're happy and you know it, then your butt should surely know it.
How are you, gentlemen,
you know
today?
it, Booty Clap.
How you doing, Booty Clap?
I'm doing all right. You?
I'm okay.
Good. Wayne, how are you?
Hey!
I'm high.
You're high? Wow. You're on the right show.
How you doing?
Hi. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey.
Ugh. That sounds terrible.
Man.
Like we're fucking dying.
Let's go surfing. Hey.
Fuck.
All right. Well, just to be clear, I'm Adam. Wayne.
I'm Rum.
I'm
and that's
waiting.
Rum.
Yeah.
Speaking of surfing, I mentioned surfing just a second ago. I saw a guy.
The fuck?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just had to throw this out there. Earlier today, I was like, it's pretty cool to see people, of all ages getting out doing things. You know what I mean? And this guy really put me to shame because, well, to a point, I don't surf. I don't know. I don't surf. It's just a thing I never had an interest to do. I'm not saying I couldn't. I just don't really have an interest to do it. Do you guys enjoy surfing, or have you ever surfed?
I've never surfed.
I've never surfed. I will say I'm a little intrigued by the way you presented this, as if we're kind of mad at you. That you don't surf? Like this is an argument?
No,
I don't surf. I'm sorry.
I'm mad at myself because I started thinking, wow, this guy. Now this guy is like probably in his 70s.
Nice.
All right. Now this guy is getting out there, and he comes out, and he's got a surfboard. He's for those who don't know, I'm living on an island, so there's water and there's waves.
Usually, when you're in an island, that's usually that's why it's called an island.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Just saying, putting it out.
But there's water and waves. There are islands that don't have waves. This island has some decent waves, so he goes out and he's out, and he's got his board. And I'm thinking, wow, this dude is pretty active. And then I realized, and this is the only time I've ever seen. Most times I see people in like wetsuits, they're like black, maybe gray. Where does this guy at 70-some years old find a bright, like orange and red surf like wetsuit? And he looks awful. It looks, I don't know. It just looks wrong on the dude. And I wanted to say, dude, I'd respect you in a black one, but I don't know. Anyway, he was out there, and I don't know if he actually surfs or not because I passed him a couple times a day. Every time I passed him, he was kind of like standing with his board. So he was like doing the poser thing. But maybe he did surf. Maybe he does surf. I don't know. But anyway, he's out there doing something, and I wasn't. So,
moral of that story is Rum loves blacks.
Yes. Love it. Yeah.
100%.
Cheap booty.
I never had the opportunity really to surf. I'd like to try it at least once.
There's no waves in Pontchartrain?
It's a lake.
No.
Well, you could get out there and have somebody with like really big arms slap the water.
And it's also like, it's almost as, how should I say, as good as swimming in sewage.
Don't you know that it's toxic?
Hey, you know what? I just thought about this. Adam, you are recording, right?
Wait, I'm supposed to be recording?
Because I'm not.
All right, fuck. All right, so 3, 2. No, I'm just kidding.
Because I just realized, like, I just ran in and we started, and I didn't think about putting on the thing.
Ritz?
The Ritz?
Sorry.
Yeah. God damn it, Rum beat me to it. Jinx.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, beat you to it.
I'm recording.
But
So
man.
anyway, so you just wait. Before you just realized
Yes.
you were going to say something, and you were like, I just realized.
About Pontchartrain sewage, you want to
Yeah,
surf.
I was just saying that, Pontchartrain is not really a good place to swim. It's
From what I
I've heard
understand,
it's a lovely place. I've heard it's a nice big lake that looks like a small ocean that's landlocked.
Well, I mean, I know they actually did a lot of stuff to it to make it nicer, but it really is, or it has been for a long time, was not good to swim in.
no, it was toxic.
Yeah.
I will say that there are technically waves. However, if you get in that water, people have died getting trapped in the underneath the levee.
Yeah.
For some reason,
Oh.
I don't really understand this. You would think the levee would just like sink down like stairs, like gradually go down, but apparently underneath the levee, there's just like an abyss that you can get trapped under.
All right. Well, let me explain where these people are getting stuck. Okay, dude. I'm being serious. It's not the levee itself. Where they're getting stuck is there are these concrete steps that go down into the water.
But that's what I meant. Is the
but they only go certain. They don't go all the way down.
So to get up underneath it.
right? But
So
what I'm saying is
it's-
like they should have built the thing so that it just goes all the way down.
Correct, but it's also hollow in the back, so these people are getting stuck up underneath inside the steps,
Holla back.
and they can't get out.
Yeah.
That's how they drown.
And they die. Yes.
Ain't no holla back. But
Pretty much, they die.
Before we go forward, I do want to take a second. I used to when we were posting the episodes on Twitter, what I would do is I would put hashtag Podern Family.
Yeah.
And because it's a hashtag where podcasters share each other's stuff, and I stopped doing it because our numbers weren't really going up, but also because at some point I realized like it's like a podcasting circle jerk. Like, everybody's sharing each other's stuff, but they're just hitting retweet. Nobody's actually listening to each other's podcasts, and I was like, no one's listening. And I wasn't either. So it's not like I'm like talking shit like I was listening to you motherfuckers shit and y'all didn't listen to mine. I didn't either. But
it was the same. Like no one ever really listened.
Right, so it's really just other podcasts. like nobody's saying about.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It was nice of everyone to share. We were not getting any numbers from it.
But the other day someone did something different, and it's one of the Potter and Family people. It's a podcast called Who's Right, and they actually, instead of just retweeting our shit, they wrote, go ahead and give these guys a listen, which.
That's really awesome.
It's a little
that's cool.
extra effort. So I actually listened to a couple of their episodes of their podcast. It's pretty amusing. Cool. If you want to check it out. It's I guess similar in intent to us, not really similar in style.
So basically what he's saying is they don't curse as much.
Oh, no, nowhere near as much.
Right. There you go.
But how many people do, really?
No one.
No, it's just like the Sam Kinison of podcast.
So
that was very good, Kennison, by the way.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah. So I want to get into my day today.
Yes, please. I'd like to hear about it, and I know the world would like to hear about it.
It was a complete clusterfuck from the beginning. Okay, I took off of work today because I had to go to the DMV. So let me start off by saying the reason why. So when me and Caitlin got married. Caitlin's insurance company, which is through her mother for the car, since she got married, she had to put me on, say that I'm on the insurance as well to drive the car, that stuff. Yeah. Well, the insurance company, that's been what? Since last October. Since October, right? And she's done this. This has been going on. And so around the end of, mid-February, I want to say, they hit Caitlin up saying that they sent her a certified letter to her mother's house saying that if I don't get my license reinstated, that they're going to pull all the insurances from every vehicle that they have. And I'm like, wait a minute, my license is not, it's nothing wrong with it. So, that's because I was late. Okay, I was late getting my license renewed. I was supposed to get it on January 18th. I didn't get my license renewed till February 2nd. So I was a little bit late. Like, oh my god, So we had that, right? So she said, "Well, you need to get your license renewed." So I went and got my license renewed. Took a picture of it. Sent them all the information. Voila. So we thought that was good, right? So we're cool. So 2 weeks have gone by, and then another letter comes to her mom's house saying the same shit. And her mom's like, y'all need to get this taken care of. We can't get all of our fucking insurances taken. I'm like, well, what the fuck? I did what they asked me to do. So she contacted the lady, and the lady said, well, you need to get your license needs to be reinstated, or I need proof of your license being reinstated. I'm like, first off, my license was never not instated, in the state of Louisiana ever. So she said, you need to see if there's any flags on your license, supposedly something was coming up that they couldn't use my license, right?
Right.
So I looked it up on the DMV website. Really easy. I typed in my, license number and the last 4 digits of my social, and it came up. Bam, boom, there it was. You know what it said? You have nothing wrong with your license. There is nothing wrong. You are perfectly fine. Now, first off,
I hate to interrupt a story, but I just want to say it has a lot of build up to nothing. That was, literally, you were just like, there was nothing wrong with it.
Well, wait, I'm not done with the story. There was nothing wrong with my license. That's the point. It's like, this is what was.
Oh, it's an Adam story. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I really just wanted to interrupt, honestly. Fuck your story, bitch.
My whole point of this thing was that I had to do all this jumping through hoops for something that didn't have to happen. But anyway, I looked it up. I looked up on DMV. And the paper said that. So I was like, okay. So I screenshotted the paper and I sent it to Caitlin. She sent it to the lady, and the lady says, "Well, that's not good enough." I said, "Okay." What does she want? You have to go to the DMV and get a printed out paper that says, of all your driving stuff. It's like, okay. So I went to the DMV today. I went to the one in West Wego. Got there early. I was like the 30th in line before at 7 o'clock in the morning. I walk in the door. I wait 2.5 hours. I get into the thing, and the lady tells me, "Oh, we don't do that here. You need to go to the one in Harvey." So I'm like, okay. So I waited here for nothing. So I got in the car, went to Harvey, got in that line of pure, horrid. Look, you ever been? The DMV is it's like the waiting room for like dead people. It really is.
It's the waiting room for Beetlejuice.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It really the fuck is. Like I walked in there and
that was the gag in Beetlejuice, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
That was the whole point of it.
It was like the sweat drenched stench in this room with like 16 pregnant ladies and like.
Did you get somebody else pregnant? God damn it, Wayne. Were they at least above 15 this time?
Yeah. So I'm sitting there. Well, actually, I'm standing in line because I said, fuck it. I didn't know what the line was for because there's no area to pull like, oh, wait, I'm jumping things. I'm jumping. So I go through the metal detector and I have to take my pants off.
Ooh. Hold on. Say it again slower. And
the woman behind the counter said, "Sir, you're going to have to take your pants off."
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay, baby, give me a second. So anyway,
why did you take your pants off?
Well, I had to take my belt and everything off because as I went through, I rang. So she told me I had to go back out and take that off. And I was like, are you fucking serious? Really? So I had to walk through the metal detector again. Didn't ring this time, so that was good. So I'm standing there, and this poor guy is behind me, right? Like, picking up his stuff, and I'm bending over, and I'm like, trying to put my clothes on. I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm like, assed out in front of you, but whatever. He's like, it's okay. So I go in this fucking room that I'm supposed to go into, and like I said, there's this aimless line that's in the middle of the room. There's fucking 7,000 people sitting down. There's 65 windows with different people on it, and then there's nowhere to pick a number. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna stand in this line. And I'm going to make the guy see me at the front. So when he says, what number are you? I'm going to go, whatever number you serving next. That's me. So anyway.
This seems like a bad idea.
Yeah. I was like, fuck it. Whatever. I was going to give it a shot. So I got in line. And so it came to my, my turn at the window. So I went up to the window and it's this effeminate gay man. And he's like, what can I help you with? And I told him what was going on. And he stared at me with this look of like, and the first thing I looked at him and I said, let me guess, you don't do that here. And he goes, no, we don't. I'm like, so I said, can you tell me by your screen, you're looking at my screen your screen right now. I just gave you my driver's license. What does it tell you? Does it tell you I have any fucking flags on my license? He says, no, you have a perfect driver record. Nothing's wrong. I said, okay. I said, can you print that up? She's like, no, we can't print that up. He says, but you can go on DMV, whatever the fuck, and you can pay for it to be printed up. I'm like, all right. So if you'd have told me that before, I could have just did like that yesterday. But no one told me, explaining this thing shit to me. So I had to go home, print this fucking paper up, fax these people. And I'm still waiting to know if that's the correct fucking paperwork.
Did you include a copy of your driver's license?
They already have that.
No, did you include a copy of it, though?
No.
Then no, it isn't the right paperwork. And you need a copy of your driver's license that's also notarized.
But they already have my driver's license.
That's not the point. You need to have it notarized.
I can't have it notarized.
You can. It's
I'm not paying anymore to have it notarized. Fuck them. I'm telling you right now, if that's not the right paperwork, I'm pulling the insurance.
You know what's funny is 65 like you said, there's like 65 windows of people. But did you ever notice when you look at the windows of people, they're all saying the same thing? What do you mean I don't have all the paperwork?
Yeah.
What do you mean I need to have this?
Okay,
I was standing in line, and one of my favorite reactions was this: like, there was this old black woman, and she was taking the eye test, and the lady's like, "Okay, anytime you're ready, anytime you're ready," and the lady's just sitting there. I mean, it was like 15 minutes. She goes, "Can you see it?" Well, I can kind of see something. I'm like, "Oh, this woman does not need a driver's license." No, tell her no.
Savannah's was really easy, dude. We had the best DMV. You would get in line. It was a short line. I mean, it was right there. They had a bunch of windows, but and it moved. It actually they knew what they were doing. It was like this is our job. This is what we do. Oh, and I mean to the point where it was like, oh my gosh, a lady came to us. We were standing in line for something. I think we were switching a car title or something like that. She was like, "Have you been waiting a long time?" I said, "Oh, not too bad, about 35 minutes." She was like, 35 minutes? Oh my God, just come over here. I'll take care of you.
It never takes me more than 30 minutes.
I was like,
at the DMV.
See, I think it's nice. But Wayne's got to do everything complicated. He's like, "I'm not going to take all my paperwork. They know me. All they got to do is pull me up. Just Google Wayne. There I am."
Google Wayne. I like that. Google Wayne.
Just Google Wayne.
Google Wayne.
Anyway, so so your day was eventful and an educational day of uncertainty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adam, your day was an amazing day, right?
Sure.
So there you have it. Everybody has amazing days.
I was reminded today of something. When I talked about I really didn't talk about my trip to Nashville because it was so dramatic when I got off the plane that was all I really talked about.
Did you like the Nashville?
I do like Nashville. I love Nashville. It's one of the few cities where I could definitely move to. You
think you could live in Nashville?
Absolutely. Why not?
I'm just trying to get.
Why are you making it sound like Nashville's too good for me?
No, I just think you're too good for Nashville.
No, I do like Nashville, although Nashville is suffering for, I don't know if you'd say suffering. That's melodramatic, but it has the same issue that a lot of large urban cities are having. New Orleans has the same kind of shit.
Contaminated water?
Huh?
Contaminated water?
No.
Oh.
What?
Anal?
What? I always said that. No. More and more like hipster kind of shit popping up, and Nashville's like used to be like the home of country music. It still is, but there's more and more kind of and I realized though when I was out there, there's a sliding scale of trendiness. Like I took my goddaughter to this place called the Stillery, which the theme is like it's supposed to be like an old fashioned still.
That sounds like a great place to take kids. You're an awful godfather.
She's 25 now, and I'm not a grandfather.
He said.
Yeah. She's 25 now. But as we were walking in, I was like, oh, I might have chosen the wrong place, because a lot of these places, they're trendy and they're, it's you'll see some guy with a curly Q mustache, and a chick with only half a head of hair or whatever the fuck it is, and you'll realize, this is the wrong place for me. And then you look at the menu and it's like, a quiche with a brandished cattle prod or something. I don't know, like something like all kinds of weird food, but this place,
cattle prodded,
like you do anyway. I realized, but I looked at the menu and the menu was fine, and it was definitely a little too trendy for my taste. Like I'd eat there again because the food was really good, but I realized there's like a sliding scale. So there are places where people with curly Q mustaches and cattle prods, whatever the fuck, like you do, where those people tend to hang out. But there are also places that just a little too trendy, and
I don't know. I think maybe that's a better spot. It's a safer spot for you, Adam. You don't want to go to some diehard country place.
Yeah, I do.
No, it's unsafe.
That's
for you.
literally why you go to Nashville.
No,
Literally. That's the only reason.
Yeah. Yes.
What would you do in like a
cowboy boots, cowboy hat, and talking like this? Yeah, boy.
Oh, are we doing that? Well, let's just talk about metal. We're just gonna talk about metal like this. Is that what we're doing?
Did I accuse you of being that way? No, I did not.
No, but if we're just gonna make fun of stereotypes, then let's just make fun of stereotypes.
Well, I can. I mean, if you want to make stereotypes, that's fine. You know, I can talk about eating rice too and make fun of Asians if you would like.
You're welcome
Godzilla.
to. I eat white rice. That
why's it gotta be white rice?
Well, yeah, why you racist?
Because I prefer white rice. It tastes better. Anyway,
fucking racist.
I know you like country music.
I love country music.
And I just never really I don't picture you. I don't maybe it's just an image thing for me. I just don't see you country, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, country.
You know what I see you more in like a I don't know. Something like a flamenco bar.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I knew it was going to go someplace stupid. Anyway, so I forgot to tell you guys. So maybe the last day I was there, maybe the day before, we were in downtown Nashville, and we were I think it was the last day because I was looking to get my little brother a T-shirt from a new bar called Whiskey Row, and we were walking back towards the truck, and there's like a crowd, like circling these hooded children. It's not like a Klan hood. Actually,
I was like, what the fuck?
Kind of the opposite. It could have been Batman. I don't know, but no, it was. So these kids wearing all black, and as I recall, like they had hoods and shit over their heads, and I got the impression it was supposed to be like an Antifa kind of thing. And they're standing in, I guess, like a square or a rectangle. And each one of them is holding a box that is also black, but is open on the one side facing outward. Mm-hmm. And we're like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, I don't know, some dumb kid bullshit. You know, and we walk like closer and kind of into the crowd. And I don't remember exactly what their sign said, but it was something like, the truth is out there. I don't know. Like, it wasn't fucking X-Files. It was something like something about the truth or whatever. And each one of them has in their boxes their laptop, and it's playing some video showing you the truth. And I was like, oh yeah, this is some dumb kid bullshit, you know. And I looked at my friend and I was like, we should just steal their fucking laptop and run. But we didn't, you know. But I was like, you know, this kid's got a nice little MacBook here. Like, be ashamed if something happened to it. But like, I was like, this, like, what? How does this exist in Nashville? Like, Nashville used to beat the shit out of people like this. You know, I miss those days.
Last time I was in Nashville, I agree. Nashville's a really cool town. They've got good food, and you know, the music's good. It's good atmosphere, or at least it was. But the last time I was there, I noticed there were more Hondas than trucks.
And there's nothing wrong with, I mean, honestly, you know, Chevy, used to be famous for their small block engines, and I guess about a decade or so ago, they started using Honda engines in some of their vehicles. So
that's weird.
It is weird, but you know, I guess when it comes down to it, like economics rules everything, and if it saves them some money on production, everybody loves, a lot of people love Apple products, and you got to get Apple because Apple's the best, and it's like, okay, but like half or like a third of the components in your phone are made by like Toshiba or Samsung that you say you hate. Like it's that's how economics works. Like
but you had a good time though in Nashville though. I
had a very good time until like I said, until I got off that plane. We went to eat at a bunch of different places. I really like that place, Distillery. So if you're in Nashville, go check out Distillery. There's 2 locations.
Did you happen to see any concerts while you were there?
I did not. Honestly, the one thing I didn't like was I don't know if it's just Nashville's really popular this time of year or what. But there was a hockey game between I think it was the Philadelphia Flyers and the Nashville Predators. Yeah. So like, it was that Saturday night. So like everywhere was packed. It was. I mean, I've never seen. It was kind of like. I mean, not as bad, but it was kind of like Mardi Gras down there as far as like people swarming the area, and their downtown area isn't that big.
Yeah,
so it was it was difficult to get around, but we had a good time. I went to a karaoke bar, did a little singing.
Cool.
I did see a picture of that, man. That's pretty cool.
You sing a country song?
Yes. It was
which song was it?
It was called All My Friends Say.
Say what?
Who's that by?
Luke Bryan.
Well, I'm just asking. Why
I don't know. Like you're saying it like it's a leading question. Like, what?
No, I'm not. I'm just curious. I didn't know what song it was. I didn't know if it was something I might have heard.
Who's that by? No, it's a song from the mid 2000s, something like that.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, mid 2000s. But
I really didn't think he was around that long.
Yeah. I mean, what was it? 07 or 08? It might have been 08 was the Nashville flood, and that completely wrecked that place. Yeah. And the joke was like a month before that Nashville flood happened, Luke Bryan came out with a song called "Rain Is a Good Thing," and it's all about like how much fun it is when it starts raining. And then, like after that, Nashville radio stations were like, "We're not playing that fucking song." But no, it's a great town. I mean, it's funny. Like I do miss that, like when it was a little more country, because like Music Row, isn't quite what it was. Like it's gotten much trendier and richer, but. It's not just for country people. There's a lot of different types of people down there.
Did you what was it that there seems to be a lot of crossover country stuff now.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But there's that Bebe Mix or Babe whatever the fuck with Georgia line and
yeah. Well, there's a lot of pop music is kind of infecting everything. There's I'm sure there's a pop metal fucking thing going on somewhere.
I'm like sure.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of modern country has gotten much more pop, and sometimes they'll play a song on the air, and I'll be like, I don't like it's a fine enough song, I guess, but I don't know why this is on this station.
Like I hear that a lot when I'm listening to different things. I'm like, what the F is this shit? Why is it on this station? Like,
well, I think
sometimes you get.
I think it comes down to like pop music isn't really a style of music. It's just, it literally just means popular. So like, if you make something a little more generic, a little more electronic and stuff like that. You can take a type of music that only appeals to certain people and just make it broader. But the problem is, it's like adding water. Like if you're making macaroni and cheese and it's looking a little dry and overcooking, you add a little bit of water. But if you add too much water, you just got like a pot of
wet
water. So, you know what I'm saying? Everything gets watered down. I guess it would have made more sense if I'd done like an alcohol metaphor.
It don't make sense. I think everybody does like that.
But yeah, I mean, that's and record companies don't give a fuck about your music and whether it's good or whether it's true to the intent of the artist. All they give a fuck about is like how much money it makes, which is, it's understandable, but at some point there has to be, there's got to be a Merle Haggard. There's got to be a fucking Slayer, whatever it is, they can't all be, whatever, Taylor Swift and all that.
Did you see the thing with Slayer playing on Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah,
no,
that's fucking crazy, dude.
I was like, they're playing Raining Blood on Tonight Show.
Fucking awesome.
It was so bizarre.
It was one of those things, man.
I think. Can you imagine if that's like we're going to California. We're gonna go to the Tonight Show. We're gonna get tickets, and you're like you're not knowing who the hell they are or what it is, and all of a sudden you're thinking it's like it's gonna be something like Dua Lipa or like whoever,
Wait, hold on. It's gonna be Dua Lipa?
Yeah, I was wondering who's Dua Lipa.
Yeah, I'm really lost.
She's a pop singer.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
But yeah, look her up. She's very good. But all of a sudden, then Slayer hits the stage, and you're like, "What is this?"
So what you're saying is like, somebody was like, "Hey, Grandma Betty always wanted to go to the Tonight Show. We're gonna take her tonight." And you show up, and then there's some guy there with his shirt off, with his hair down to his fucking dick, screaming, and suddenly something's filling Grandma Betty's loins that hasn't existed in the last 40 years.
Here it is, and it's all raining blood.
Raining blood from a national rated sky.
Reminds me of back when my vagina worked properly.
I heard that.
But yeah, that's pretty weird. But it's good. It's good to expose people to different shit. It's good not to have
a lot of times get arrested.
Even though they are calling it quits.
Yeah, but they have albums out that you can go buy still, and
they're not getting any younger. That's a hard life, man.
Yeah, that's the reason they're giving it up, man.
When did those guys start in the 80s?
Wait, what?
I said, when did those guys start in the 80s?
Oh yeah, first album was 1980.
Oh shit! So they've been on the road 38 years.
Yep.
39 years. Something like that.
I think they said like everything 35 years, I believe, total. So it might have been like 82, 83, something like that.
Did you hear they're going to be releasing another Chris Cornell album?
I did. I listened to the one song.
Okay. Oh, cool. Wayne, I didn't get a chance to look at it. So I'm going to make an assumption here. Just put it out there. So this is more like the Nat King Cole, Natalie Cole situation, right?
I don't think so, because I listened to the song, and the song was just Cornell. Like, I couldn't tell if Cash was on it at all.
Okay.
So what
because the reason I'm confused is, all right, and I guess we should, there's an audience. So apparently there's a posthumous album coming out that's a collaboration between Johnny Cash, who died in 2003, I think October or September of 2003.
Black Hole Sundays when he was with Soundgarden.
Wait, what?
This was back when that he died when Black Hole Sun was popular.
No, Black Hole Sun was 1995, dude.
Was it 95? I thought it was in 2000.
It was between like 95 and 98.
This was close. This was closer to when he was with what's the name? The Audio Slave.
Audio Slave.
It was around that time. I only remember what year it is and all that because I was in Arizona at the time, and funny enough, he died the day I went to a karaoke bar, and I was like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna go do some cash. But so he died in 2003, and then Cornell died last year in 2017. That's 14 years. I have a hard time believing that there was a collaboration that happened 14 years ago that Cornell was just like, don't let it come out until I die.
I don't think it would have been anything like that. I think a lot of times, if it was an actual collaboration, then it was one of those things where it was more probably like a studio jam session. Maybe sometimes artists are at the same studio at the same time, and they're like, well, we got some time to kill. Let's throw some shit out. Okay, cool. It's never going to hit their waves. They may have a copy of it, or one guy's got a copy of it or whatever, but it never comes out until later on. I just think, they're releasing new Jimi Hendrix shit. How's that possible?
Are they?
Yeah.
Sometimes it depends on who owns the rights to it, but
yeah. Well, here's one with it was Jimi Hendrix and Bob Marley.
Fucking weird.
How does that happen? I know how it happens, but you would have thought after all these years that would have already come out.
They're both black. Of course they. No.
Wait. It's black?
Yeah. Hey, I didn't know you were black. No.
It always blew my mind because every time I thought of Marley, I just pictured him dragging chains.
Dragging chains?
Oh, like as Bob Marley.
Oh,
like,
that Marley.
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I thought you were talking about the man being in chains like a slave.
No, dude.
No, that was my first thought, but I was like, oh no, he's talking about a Christmas Carol.
Think like that, man.
Whatever, you racist fucking pig.
I am so progressive. I'm past you guys.
You like the fucking soup?
You're a fucking faggot.
Oh no, that's progressive.
No, I mean, I guess so. It seems like, Chris Cornell would have released this a few years ago, but whatever it is, look, if this is the case, I'll fucking buy it. I love Chris Cornell and I
love Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
And Cornell's a really, really great artist. He was one of the best artists and songwriters of our time. I mean, my generation anyway.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in the last 40 years, there's not a lot of competition.
No,
I mean, most of the greats either were like shooting stars, like they flared up and then they just like burnt out quickly, or they like fucking like Cobain like shot themselves, or something like that.
Right.
I mean, who would have been another great songwriter?
I would have. I mean, well, I don't know about specifically.
Ali G.
What?
I said Ali G.
I don't know about specifically songwriters, but as far as like great bands, like I remember, in whatever it was, 94, 95, when Pearl Jam and Stone Temple Pilots came out, I was like, yeah, this is our fucking, like, this is our generation shit. And then like by their third albums, I was like, oh, this really is our generation shit. Well, you know who ruined Pearl Jam though, right?
Eddie Vedder.
No,
Yeah.
fucking Neil Young.
Oh,
Pearl Jam.
Neil Young
Pearl
did.
Jam was fine for like 2 albums, and then they met Neil Young at like an MTV Awards or some shit like that.
They got weird.
Yeah, and then they were like, yeah, let's be more like folk bands. No, your shit sucks now.
Well, you know what? Thank God for Tay Tay.
Taylor Swift. Yeah, I saw fucking Fast and the Furious 7, dude.
Oh my god.
That's a joke from Fast and Furious 7. Like
I have not seen that, so I don't know.
it's just a little bit with The Rock where some fucking suit is like, I need to talk to you about this mission, and he's like, God damn it, man, I'm not trying to do The Rock's voice. God damn it, man, I'm trying to like help my little girl's soccer team win, and if they don't win, then that means like I got to spring for Tay-Tay tickets. and the suit guy's like, Tay-Tay? And he's like, Taylor Swift, motherfucker, keep up.
I need to see.
I don't
this
know.
movie.
I don't know why I'm repeating any of this because it's not funny for coming from me. But it was amusing in the movie. The movie's pretty entertaining. I don't know that I need 3 more of those movies. Like I think the last movie was like, all right, that's good. Like I
think it would be, it's one of those movies. I just saw a fucking what the hell movie was it? Oh, it was another XXX movie. It had Diesel in it.
Fuck yeah, dude! Like, look, I mean, you saw the whole movie, right?
Yeah, it had Cube in it, Diesel. Everybody was in all the.
Well,
exes.
thanks for spoiling that particular plot point. But
Thanks, man. I had no idea any of those people were in that movie.
So okay, here's the thing: the new XXX movie that came out last year is a huge piece of shit until the last like literally I fell asleep during the middle of this action movie. I fucking passed the fuck out, and when I woke up, I was like, wait, who's with who? Like, oh, that guy's wait, no, is he a good guy? I don't know. And like one of the villains is Donnie Yen. Who's like an awesome martial artist that you've probably seen in a few. If you saw Rogue One, he was in Rogue One. He was the fucking Chirrut.
Oh yeah.
He's the IP man.
He was the blind guy.
There you go. But I mean, that guy's at it, and like he's fighting and stuff, and I'm like, this is fucking boring. I fell asleep. But if you stick through it to the last 30 or 40 minutes, it's fucking awesome. The last 40 minutes are there's no plot development. It's just things blowing up, but it's so fucking good.
So good. So good.
Sounds like a good movie to me. I'm gonna check that shit out.
Yeah, man, it's good for a watch.
Skip the first 2 hours though.
It's free on Netflix.
Is it? Okay.
Is it on
called?
Netflix now?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
It's XXX
Again.
There's only 3 XXX movies.
I think it's quadruple X. I don't know. Everybody got fat.
It's over X.
But
it's fat bitches, bitch.
It's like if you took the Triple X movie and mixed it with the Scooby Doo movies.
Do one of you not have headphones on? Because I've been hearing like a weird electronic echo in the background from time to time.
No, I don't have headphones on.
It's you, Rum. I think it's okay. I don't think anyone. Well, actually, maybe they will be bothered because I just heard myself really loud. But that's all right. Fuck it.
Yeah, I have headphones on, sir. I have headphones.
I don't like my ears being confined.
Well, we understand that, but everybody else doesn't want to hear us 3 times. I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't like my dick being confined, but if I walk outside with no pants, I'm gonna get arrested.
True, but Rum won't get arrested for not having headphones on.
Maybe he should be.
Yeah, bitch.
Trump's taking away your right to have guns. Fucking maybe I'll take away Rum's right not to fucking have his ears. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
Fart.
Anyway. Oh, Rum, we got to tell everybody what I did with my son with you, and that was really funny.
How dare you? Leave that poor child alone.
Rum was texting me back and forth, and I was, the kid was taking a bath. We call it swimming because the tub is so big, so he's just kind of like swimming around in the bathtub. So he's sitting there hiding behind his we put a clothes basket in there for him to sit in, but he likes to get out of it and just throw his toys in there and stuff and play with it. So he's sitting behind it, and I told him I said, say Rum, and he said Rum. So I was like, oh shit! All right, so I gotta video this. So I made him say Rum. What did I say? Rum's poo poo.
Something like that.
I said, say Rum's poo poo, and then he said Rum farted, and that was the funniest shit. Hold
the fuck up.
That's right. He can say Rum.
Hold the fuck up. He's met this motherfucker once.
I know, right?
Once. And he's still not saying my name. I'm about to disown your fucking son. I'm just saying.
Oh, you know what? I just put it this way. Have an easier name.
Adam is hard?
For a 2-year-old?
Your name is harder than Adam.
He doesn't say my name.
All right, well, that's something.
He says Dad. He can't say Mom yet because he can't do an M. So he says Mom. It's like Baba. I'm like, no, that's not it. You get in there.
No, well, I'm gonna start calling her Baba.
It's funny.
Baba Ganoush.
And he's back.
All right, well, I'm getting tired of this fucking echo, and we're at 52 minutes. So,
well, you know what? Fuck it. That's cool. I understand.
Thanks, Rum. You fucked it up for everyone.
I don't hear the echo, so whatever.
Because it's on your side.
Well, it should be coming through my speakers.
No.
Yeah. Usually I hear you guys echo. So.
All right. Well. And that was your host, Rum.
Yeah.
He's Wayne.
Chief Booty Clap.
I'm Wayne,
I'm Baba Ganoush.
Ooh, Baba Ganoush.
Baba.
Also known as Kneeling Bob.
Is what?
Kneeling.
And that is Wayne doing something weird.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, guys. Till next time. Keep it.
Metal. I don't what? What the
Keep
fuck?
it
What the fuck was that?
until it expires.
Yes.
Okay, keep it
Keep it metal, guys.
MHOG